I'm not the bad guy for refusing to go to any more family functions until my husband talks to his aunt. My husband, Aunt Karen, that is honestly 100% her name, no lie, is a bit of a busybody, but she means well. She's helped us out several times, and she's one of the two people who are allowed to babysit our children. The problem is, she wants to control how my husband and I interact with each. We do a lot of playful back and forth, but it's always done with smiles and laughs. She will then pop up with, "Come on guys, don't fight." The first time it happened, I was speechless. Like, we aren't. It shocked me into silence for the rest of the occasion. It happened several more times, but the straw that broke the camel's back was my daughter's birthday party last weekend. She had blown out her candles, and it was time to cut the cake. I said, "I wrapped all the presents so you get to cut the cake." He said, "Yeah, because I can cut it straight." And I said, "He won't let me cut cakes or pieces anymore. But I don't think he's ever wrapped a gift." He said, "I have, but I hate it." I said, "That's okay because I love wrapping presents. I do. It's one of my favorite things." This was all light-hearted. We were smiling and laughing. And Karen peeped up, "Come on guys, get along, don't fight here." My husband said, "We weren't fighting." And I said, "No, we weren't. We're just joking with each other." And she did that prioritizing, like, sure, let's just have a nice time. I think part of what made this different was some of his family happened to be visiting from out of state, and of course we said they were welcome to come to the party. I've met these people once or twice. I don't think I'd ever met one of them before, so they weren't the relative I was comfortable around. And she called us out, loudly, in front of everyone. And we weren't arguing. After I talked to my husband and I told him it needs to stop. She needs to stop. I asked him to talk to her and told him that I'm not going to any family gatherings until he does. And if she still continues after he talks to her, I will continue to avoid gatherings. He's 100% with me on this. Later, my stepdaughter, she didn't hear any of the conversation my husband and I had, said, "Aunt Karen was really rude. You guys are always like that. It's fun." Here where the conflict comes in. When my mother-in-law was over the next day, my stepdaughter asked, "Why is Aunt Karen so mean to Daddy in my name?" Mother-in-law said it's just her way. I said, "Well, I'm tired of it. And if it doesn't stop, the kids and I won't be going to any family stuff." Mother-in-law said that was a little drastic, and it's not fair to keep the kids away from everyone. And I said that they can make plans to spend time with us, but I'm not going to continue to be called out and embarrassed for interacting with my husband. And I don't want to walk on eggshells and watch everything I say. That wouldn't be enjoyable for me at all. So, am I the bad guy for avoiding family gatherings if my interactions with my husband keeps being made out to be something they're not? Am I the bad guy for not wanting to stay with my boyfriend because of his career choice? Hello, I'm female 23, and my boyfriend, male 25, have been together for 5 years. We have 2 kids together under the age of 2. My boyfriend has taken a dramatic career change and wants to pursue it despite of how I feel and what we had planned as a family. He started doing TikTok 1 year ago, and his following has gone up quite a lot, to the point where people are asking for pictures. Most of them are young kids from 12, 18 years old. He started doing advertisement jobs on the side to earn a little money. I never knew that he will end up wanting to be an actor. He started doing small acting jobs as bystander in small scenes in small TV shows, which was also to earn a bit more money. He came home one day after an argument about him posting a picture of girls on Instagram that I had never met or heard about or seen before. They were sitting just the two of them in a bar, and he took a picture of her smiling in front of him. He said he should be able to post what he wants, with whatever he is, with despite how it make me feel, and that I'm just insecure. He said that I should just accept his career choice and accept the things that comes with it, like kissing on stage, etc. I looked at him weird and asked if it was because he had gotten a role where he had to kiss someone. He said yes, and that he had already said yes to making this scene. I said that was the line for me, and that this wasn't what we both had planned for our future, and I didn't sign up to be with someone who was an actor. I want to support him, but I think that his life is too much for me to handle. We ended up arguing, and I started to cry because I felt like I was being betrayed. One thing is a picture of the random girl, and the other is a kissing another person. I just am weirded out by the fact that he wants to kiss someone else, even if it's acting. It's a hard pill to swallow for me. I wasn't happy about it, although I'm happy about him finding what he wants to do with his life, but I cannot accept that he has to kiss someone else, and that apparently it is no problem for him to come home afterwards and kiss me on the same lips. I never thought that he will be an actor, and I have tried to separate him, but this is my boundary, and the line has been crossed. I ended up giving him an ultimatum, our family or that one scene, and he chose the scene, but also choose me, which doesn't work for me. A lot of other things has happened in the form of betrayal from his side and lying. But since this is in relationship advice side, I will keep that out. So I'm not the bad guy for not wanting to commit fully to him because of his sudden choice of career shift. I'm not the bad guy for giving away an expensive ring to another family member. My husband's aunt Ruby passed away recently. Before her passing, she had a birthday party despite being in frail health. That night, I was with Ruby and my sister-in-law June. We were chatting and I complimented Ruby's ring. To my surprise, she took it off her finger and gave it to me. I initially protested, but she insisted it was a belated welcome to the family gift. I was deeply touched. My husband and I had met and married while working abroad, and we had recently moved back, so I was still getting to know his family. June appeared shocked but remained silent. My husband was thrilled when he found out. He suggested we insure the ring. Turns out it worth a lot. Ruby's health deteriorated, and she was diagnosed with dementia. A few months later, she passed away. I wrote the ring to her funeral, and someone asked if June has given to me. I clarified that Ruby had given it to me as a gift. The woman was surprised and told me that everyone knew the ring was meant for June. A few days later, I went to June's house to talk. June was quiet and said that the ring was mine, but admitted that Ruby had promised it to her when she passed away. She explained that if Ruby had changed her mind and wanted me to have it, she didn't feel it was her place to protest. I told June that the ring was beautiful, but I believe it was rightfully hers. Ruby had promised it to her since childhood. I mentioned that Ruby had likely been confused that night due to her drinking and possible dementia, giving it away by mistake. June burst into tears. She confessed that it hurts when Ruby gave me the ring and went back on her promise. She loved the ring and had ever borrowed it for her wedding. She also shared that she and Ruby had bonded over the expectation that the ring would eventually go to June's daughter. She was so happy and started wearing the ring daily. When my husband found out, he lost his shit. He started yelling that it was completely thoughtless of me to give June the ring, that the ring was gifted to us and it wasn't mine to give away, that it was worth a lot of money, and if we ever got into an emergency, we could sell it. I was completely baffled. We are financially stable, and he has never shown any interest in jewelry before. I've never seen him so angry and upset. He demanded June return the ring. She refused, and he insisted she give us the cash value of the ring. June told him to piss off. I call him a bad guy, and he excuses me of being thoughtless. It has been 2 weeks now, and June is not speaking to my husband, and things are tense between us. I got to thinking, and the bad guy here. I don't tell my husband I was thinking of giving the ring to June. I did not consider how expensive it was, or that it could be a potential emergency fund. I thought I was doing a good thing, but now everything is tense, and it feels like I made an awful situation even worse. I'm not the bad guy. Shirley put my ex-husband on child support. So, I left my ex-husband about 3 years ago. We had a 7-year-old son together. The marriage was very toxic and abusive, lots of lying, lots of cheating, yeah. He hid 5 kids from me. He immigrated from another country to Canada, and I filled the paperwork for him to stay here, and eventually get his citizenship. And I didn't find out until after I left. Anyways, it felt a very traumatic time of my life. When we were together, we lived in a basement, and we would always say we were saving for a house, but he never wanted to buy nice things for our place since we were renting, and something always happened where we weren't able to really save up for a house. I would be able to use money from the business to pay off my debts, but that never happened. And he used most of the money to build businesses back in his home country that has nothing to do with me, or my name just helps him and his other families back home. Like used to work in the winter and send money back home for his businesses while he was not working. A long story short, as soon as I moved out, he started dating someone who he said was his cousin, while we were married to someone he obviously cheated on me with, and moved into a brand new $1.5 million home, which required $100,000 deposit. I've tried to be cordial and be on good terms with him. I always let him see his son. He did help me get the place that I'm staying in now. He has not helping me throughout the winter months to pay any bills, and most recently, when he did give me some money, it wasn't even half of my rent, so I'm struggling here. And my son is with me during the week, and he goes to his dad's on weekends. I don't know where he got the money for the deposit. Keep in mind we did start a business together when we were together, and she still runs the business and gets all of the money. He did open a secret bank account while we were married, so I wouldn't doubt he was hiding money from me. I don't get any money from this business anymore. My legal aid certificate is about to run out, so I'm really debating if I should put him on child support and just get it out of the way, or if I'm doing too much. Just one last thing. When it comes to my son, he does pay for all of the extracurriculars and anything he needs, really. If I were to ask it, just I'm working 3 jobs and still behind, so additional help from him will help me to take care of my son. But I don't know why I have a guilty feeling in my stomach if I do this. This must be why it was so easy for him to walk all over me. So what do you think? I'm not the bad guy for trying to date even though my male friend has feelings to me. I've been best friend with Kay for about 6 years. A year or so into our friendship, he admitted he had feelings for me. I was honest with him and told him I did not feel the same. Over the next year or so, he kept trying to better himself for me, in hopes my feeling will change. Once again, I was honest with him and told him I still did not have feeling for him, and I will never see him in a romantic way. Sometime after that, I got into a relationship. Like spring 2020, when that happened, he did not react well. He cut me out of the friend group and told everyone I was dead to him. After a few months, he got over it and we started hanging out again. When the relationship I was in ended, like in winter 2021, Kay told me he will not stick around through another one of my bad relationship. Kay gave me the ultimatum of either being friends with him and in the friend group or date. Since I just got out of a relationship, I wasn't seeking another one. So I decided to continue to be his friend. Ever since, he has been very possessive over me. A few months ago, we got in an argument because I was talking to other guys and on Bumble. He has said many toxic things to me. If you wanna go fuck around, go for it. If you wanna lose me, by all means to do it. You can do what you want, doesn't mean you won't have consequences to our actions. At this time, I wasn't even seeking a relationship. I was simply talking to a few guys here and there, nothing serious. But that didn't matter to him. He still argued with me. I feel the need to end this friendship because you're the one who fighting over finding a guy, knowing damn well as soon as you do, I'm taking you off everything. You're back to being dead to me. You fighting for yourself makes it super apparent that you're fighting to go spend your time with some dude. Go on dates, go off, and do whatever you want. Against this was a few months ago. Things cooled down and we seemed to be doing fine again. Flash forward to current time. One of our mutual friends, C, from his friend group, set me up with one of his friends. Let's call him F. He and I hit it off immediately. F and I have been spending time together, nothing serious yet. The other day one of K's little flowers saw F and I out together and told K. K started blowing up my phone. Have fun on your date, then went on to say he can trust me, that I just hid stuff and go behind his back. Like K, I'm not just some dump, which you can use until you're done with. Going on to say I treat him like shit. You treat me like a shit because I've done nothing but bend backwards for you. Spend all of my money on you. Pick your ass up from work and pay for everything you want. But when I get upset, you're going behind my back and going on dates. I'm the bad guy. Then you continue to go acting like it doesn't mean shit. That hurting me doesn't faze you. Just like you did 3 years ago. And you are going to continue to act like that. I don't mean shit to you. I told Kay that I'm not one throwing away a friendship. He's because he can't get over his feelings for me. Kay replied with, I'm not throwing anything away. You are. Because you'd rather go spend time whenever you do whatever. Because it's worth losing me. I responded with, you're throwing away our friendship because you can't stand to be faced with the fact I won't date or fuck you. I got tired of fighting with him, so I just stopped opening his messages and replying. That really upset Kay, and he messaged other people including C, telling her don't be surprised when she kick out of the group again. Kay also messages F saying, I'ma be 1000% honest with you. If you start going for OP, we are no friends anymore. Everyone in the world knows that I've had feelings for her forever. No hurt feelings against you. I don't blame you, but it is what it is. Anyway, my question is, am I the bad guy here? Should I have started hanging out with F? Have been single since my last relationship ended in 2021. I wasn't seeking a relationship, but when C set me up with F, now I want one with him. F has been such a kind, passionate, and understanding gentleman. I had to give him up just because of K. Any advice will be appreciated. Thank you.